When I was sitting there and looking at my original birth certificate, and I beheld for the first time ever my mom's name in her young sort of, neat loopy cursive, right there on the name field of the mother on my original birth certificate. I just changed. I don't know a better way to describe it, but I all of a sudden, really very suddenly, realized that what I needed wasn't just to supply some information of value to my own children and to myself, right? But I needed to know her if I could. So it wasn't even like I was sitting there and debating whether I wanted to reach out it was just something about seeing that name. So I ran over to my computer and sat down and Google searched her name. Her name is unique and no other records for anyone else popped up except records that pertain to her. During the same month that I had requested my birth certificate, her father, my grandfather, died. And so there was the funeral home had put up a kind of obituary page where you can leave messages and notes and expressions of condolences and things like that. And so the obituary stated, all of his children, names of their children, and it was very easy then to start finding people. In fact, I think ultimately they both did. Both my aunt, who I had reached out to first, and then my uncle, and they were both quite gracious, and they said, the gist of it was, we certainly know who you are. Just the fact that I'm looking at these people and I'm saying, oh yeah, that's what I look like. I have your nose and I have your eyes. And then as we sat down to have dinner, there was more that began to come out. Like, you may notice that I'm sitting here and I'm moving my hands in a certain way. And so I discovered that I'm in this family of kind of, nerds, intellectuals, I don't know, but I mean, I'm coming to their house and I've got a PhD too. And I'm just struck by this, I think a lot about what we share in virtue of, our genetic kinship.